going to do 13.2 Part 1, Angles and the Unit Circle. Our objective will be to work with angles in standard position. The measure of an angle in standard position is the input for two important functions. The outputs are the coordinates called cosine and sine of the point on the terminal side of the angle that is 1 unit from the origin. So our essential understanding is going to deal more with Part 2 when we're talking more with the unit circle, but first we need to talk about angles. So an angle on the coordinate plane is in standard position when the vertex is at the origin and one ray is on the positive x-axis, so this side over here, which we would refer to as our initial side, and the other ray is on anywhere else in the quadrants. That is called our terminal side. So we need to start at that positive x-axis, and then our terminal ray will go anywhere in the quadrants. The measure of a standard position is how much we are rotating from that initial side to our terminal side. Really, what's the angle measurement from side 1 to side 2 is what we are measuring. And we have a positive angle when our rotation is counterclockwise, just like our quadrants. And we have a negative measure when we would go clockwise. So if we started going down, this would be our negative angle. However, counterclockwise is a positive angle. So measuring our angles in standard position, we are going to determine whether the angles are positive or negative. Since we are starting at our positive x-axis and going counterclockwise, this is a positive angle. When we are starting at our positive x-axis and going clockwise, this is a negative angle. Sketching angles in standard position. If we have a 36-degree angle, I'm going to start at my positive x-axis, and 30 degrees is not over 90 degrees, so I know that it's in quadrant 1, and it's a little bit less than halfway, so my terminal side, and I will draw the arrow showing where my angle is. Negative 150 means I'm starting at my initial side and going down, or clockwise. And 150 is greater than 90 degrees, but not more than 180, so I'm going to be in my third quadrant. You should draw the arrow for showing where your angle is going. Two angles in the standard position are coterminal angles if they have the same terminal side. So all that means is our ending side is the same. Angles in standard position have measures 135 and negative 225 are coterminal. So if you look at this graph here, we see that negative 225 ends at the same place as 135. The way we find coterminal angles is adding or subtracting 360 degrees. And the reason is because if we add or subtract 360 degrees to an angle measurement, we are going all the way around the circle and going to end at the same spot. So identifying coterminal angles, let's sketch. We are looking for the angle that is not coterminal. 300 degrees, I'm going around and ending here. Negative 60 degrees, going around and ending here. So check in, check. 60 degrees, I'm starting and going up 60. This does not. Let's double check our last one. Negative 420. I'm going to go down. Around is 360, and 60 more will give me 420. Therefore, C, 60 degrees, is not coterminal with any of the other three angles. That's all for today. See you in class.